So what is unique about awakening together? What is different that you're going to find in these 7 weeks that you won't find elsewhere? Um, Really basically, really simply, there are a lot of communities of practice that work on meditative awareness and the realization called awakeness. And there are a lot of communities of practice and different kinds of practice that do relational oriented work. And look at this question of like what is arising between us, or what is it to be a social being, what is it to be in relationship. And hearing that, you might think, oh, okay, so awakening together kind of brings these two things together, like stacks them on top of each other. And that's kind of just the beginning. The practices that we're going to be doing, that we're going to be working on in this course, do both of those things at one time. It's not like just putting them next to each other or stacking them on top of each other. When you do both of them at once, when you use relationship to point out awakening, and then use awakening to point out relationship, something entirely different opens up. This other dimension of human experiencing, a qualitatively different way of being with each other and experiencing and being life opens up. So again, it's not like if you have a slice of cheese on a sandwich and you put another slice of cheese on top, then you have more cheese. It's not even like you have cheese on one hand and bread in the other hand, and then, ooh, you can make a sandwich with that. It's more like, practicing relationship is sort of like hopping around on one leg, and practicing awakening is sort of like hopping around on one leg. And both ways of practicing are beautiful, gorgeous, important, I think, and they're important to do separately as well. But when you bring them together, now you have two legs. Even in the places where that focus mostly on one or the other and have a sense of the other, it's kind of like you have two legs and now you're hopping on two legs instead of walking, or what you can do with two legs, running or sprinting or dancing or skipping. It opens something qualitatively different. It makes something possible that isn't possible if you're just hopping around on one leg. I don't know of anywhere else that is doing these kinds of practices in this way, that gives you both the structured support and the sort of pointing out that allows for this experience to open, as well as using open space and more group participatory practices that gives you individual ways of orienting to your own experience and practices that you can do by yourself, but uses this emphasis of relationship and participation. I certainly don't think there's anything like that going on online right now. Yeah, I don't think you're going to find this anywhere else. So if you are interested, if you're tickled, then definitely join us, or at least reach out, get in touch. If you have any questions, get in touch, and we are going to start on March 4th.